So I decided to make a very serious VR boxing game. So maybe it's not too serious. Why did I decide to make this masterpiece of a game? Well, this video is sponsored by PICO VR. Right now, PICO are running the PICO Dev Jam, an innovative event where participants are able to submit their VR project or concept. And the event will run from the 25th of September to the 10th of December. So make sure to go sign up with the link in the description, and I'll be giving some more details about the event later in the video. But to get you interested in the event, PICO have asked me to make a VR project. So as a game developer, some would say the greatest game developer, I decided to make a VR boxing game. Now, there are already a lot of VR boxing games out there, but all of these games make a mockery of the well-respected sport of boxing. So I guess it's up to me to make the world's most accurate VR boxing game. I just need to figure out how to actually make a VR game. Look, in my defense, okay, it's been almost a year since I made my last VR game. But luckily for me, Unity has a VR template that does all of the work for me. Unfortunately, the downside of using Unity is that I now need to pay 20 cents per install of my game, which could possibly bankrupt me. But Unity does have the free Banana Man asset, so I think I'm gonna have to risk it. So I created my Unity project, and with just a couple clicks, I have a fully functional VR project set up. Except I can't move. And to turn, I need to physically move my head, and because of my massive brain, that gets a little tiring. So I guess I need to add some controls. But once again, I can actually get Unity just to do all the work for me. All I need to do is install the XR interaction toolkit, add some components, and now I have a fully functional VR project set up. Who knew making a VR game was this easy? It almost feels like I didn't do any work at all. Now all I need to do is turn this into a boxing game. First, I need to make some boxing gloves. I could just use these default models, but I'm going for a realistic take on boxing. So I used Blender to model this very realistic boxing glove. Look, okay, making a boxing glove is a lot harder than you think. My 3D modeling skills usually stop at cubes. Yeah, I could spend more time making it look better, but that would just be a waste of time since this model would work perfectly fine. Okay, so I spent another 3 days working on the glove. But hey, I mean, it looks pretty good now. And with the glove added, now I can have a boxing match with your dad. And while I could keep fighting your dad, I should probably add punching to the game. So I modeled a simple punching bag, brought it into the game, and now I have something to punch. I think it's missing something. So I made some punch sound effects and created a particle system, and now punching actually feels like punching. There is a weak, medium, and heavy punch. And of course, because of my immense strength, I only land heavy punches. Anyway, with punching now added, I think it's time I had a real fight, which means I'm gonna need an opponent. So this is Bob, and he might look nice, but he won't when I'm done with him. Hey Bob, have you signed up for the PICO Dev Jam yet? Did you know that you don't even need to be a game developer? You can sign up and submit a VR project for any scenario, including work, circle, triangle, entertainment. This is some good stuff. No, and gaming. You don't even need to be a developer at all. Instead of submitting a code-based project, you can submit a design document, or even if you just have a creative idea, you can submit that. How many punches does it take? And guess what? There's a total prize pool of $50,000. That's the equivalent of 250,000 Unity downloads. That is a lot of money. Dude, how is he still standing? All you need to do is submit a project that fits the theme, redefining XR beyond imagination into innovation, and make sure your project utilizes PICO's newly updated development features, the PICO Sense Pack and the PICO Interaction Pack. If you're an experienced developer, you should really be excited about these updates. With the PICO Sense Pack, you can literally turn your room into a virtual scene by using their room capture app. You can also use their spatial anchor feature to anchor virtual objects to locations in the real world. I think I've almost got him. The Interaction Pack makes the process of creating hand poses significantly easier. By using the hand pose generator prefab, you can effortlessly create and edit hand pose configurations while getting a live preview of the hand pose in the inspector. When you submit your project, design document, or creative idea, you'll also need to submit a brief presentation, text description, or video submission which explains and demonstrates your project in action. The event has already started, and the submission period will begin on October 2nd and last until November 10th. Once this period is over, all the projects will be judged and the prize pool will be split across the winners for each category. So make sure you go sign up with the first link in the description. Okay, clearly Bob is too powerful for me. I think I need an opponent more on my level. And I also need somewhere to fight, because believe it or not, boxing fights don't typically take place in the middle of an empty void. I made a simple boxing ring for the fight to take place, and then I handcrafted the perfect opponent. So yes, it is a child, but I mean, come on, I think this is a pretty fair fight. Hey buddy, have you signed up for the PICO Dev Jam yet? No. So after easily winning that fight, I scaled the opponent up just to make it a little more fair. Have you signed up for the PICO Dev Jam yet? I think I might have made him a little bit too big. Like your mom. Anyway, I want the opponent to actually do something, and to do that, I want to turn him into an active ragdoll. Basically, an active ragdoll is similar to a normal ragdoll, but you're able to play animations on top of the ragdoll. Think of games like Human Fall Flat or Gang Beasts. The only problem is that making an active ragdoll is really complicated and would take way too long. I mean, I could do it, but it would just take too long. I went to the Unity asset store and found an asset that can easily create active ragdolls. I just need to add it to my cart, and $90. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. Good news, I got the asset. But on an unrelated note, if anyone has a spare kidney I could borrow, please let me know. Anyway, now that the opponent is an active ragdoll, he should react better to the punches. Okay, maybe not. It turns out I just have the settings calibrated wrong. This is what happens to the people that don't sign up for the PICO Dev Jam. So to fix the ragdoll, all I need to do is adjust these settings and it should work. One problem though, I don't actually know what any of these settings do. But lucky for me, this asset has a ragdoll that is fully set up to respond to punches. So instead of learning what these settings do, I can just take that ragdoll and then spend hours and hours replacing each individual bone and muscle of the character's ragdoll one at a time. I definitely made the right decision. So after setting the ragdoll up, the character can play animations and will react realistically when I punch him. Believe it or not, your head can actually do this in real life. But don't try it, okay? I don't want to get sued, not again. Another interesting feature of an active ragdoll is that you can unpin the model from the animation. If you don't understand what that means, I'll give you a demonstration. Basically, the model gets unpinned from the animation. You're welcome for that great explanation. If I'm being honest though, I don't really know how it works. All I know is that this is an extremely realistic feature in a boxing game. So once you punch the opponent enough, they'll get unpinned from the animation and get knocked out. The only problem is when he tries to get back up. I think it's safe to say that something isn't working. The active ragdoll asset does include the ability for ragdolls to pick themselves up. So I just enabled that feature and man, come on, get up. You're embarrassing me. There we go, it works perfectly, which means that I now have the basic mechanics of a boxing match added. But there is one thing missing. Everyone knows that in boxing, once an opponent is knocked down, you can go and pick them up and then throw them across the ring. It's a pretty well-known rule. So first I added the grab, and since the opponent is an active ragdoll now, I can just glue my glove to them and then let physics do the rest. Have you signed up for the PICO Dev Jam? Have you signed up for the PICO Dev Jam? Have you signed up for the PICO Dev Jam? And the throw should just work when I let go of the opponent. This might look like a bug, but this is fine. This happens because the player is so extremely strong that you can literally tear your opponent apart molecule by molecule. But I mean, I think it's pretty realistic, so it's a feature now. And with those features added, I think the opponent is pretty balanced. I can punch him, knock him out, throw him, tear him apart limb from limb, and he can do nothing, which I think is pretty fair. But technically speaking, according to the boxing rules, your opponent should be allowed to fight back. I think it's a little unnecessary to add, but I guess if I want to make the most realistic boxing game possible, I guess I should add it. First, I decided to give the opponent some intelligence. I wanted to make him as smart as possible to make the fight as fair as possible. So basically, he will walk towards you, and that's the artificial intelligence done. To let him fight back, I need some punch animations. So I went to Mixamo and downloaded pretty much every punch animation they have. Then I can randomly play one of them when the opponent is within range. And there you go, now the opponent can attack me. And I think he's ready for a real fight. But before I can do that, I need to set up a proper arena. I already have the boxing ring, but I still need an audience. So I talked to Bob, and after a little bit of convincing, he got his entire family to show up. This definitely isn't me trying to avoid making more models. I wouldn't do that. Bob even agreed to be my coach. It just took a little more convincing. But now it's time for the biggest boxing fight of all time. In the far corner, you have this random guy. I don't even know what his name is. And in the other corner, you have the champion, the greatest boxer of all time, with the greatest coach of all time, who literally cannot lose. Okay, whatever your name is, if I win this fight, you and everyone watching has to sign up for the PICO Dev Jam. And if I lose, everyone still needs to sign up for the PICO Dev Jam. Okay, I got this, coach. I got this. Do you believe in me? Oh, what are you trying to do? What are you even trying to do? Come here. Come here. Can you even punch? Oh, there you go. Okay, I got him down. All right. You see this, audience? Do you like this? Come on, you gonna do anything? Are you gonna punch me at all? Or are you just gonna stand there? Oh, got him good. All right, I'm going for a special move here. I'm grabbing his leg, grab his other leg. All right, man, this is gonna be fun. Woohoo! Oh, all right. He's not down yet. Oh my God, what's he doing? He's doing the, what's he even doing, dude? He's going for ankles. Oh my God, he's going for the ankles. No, get it, stop it, stop. What do you even think you're doing? Stop it. Oh, oh my God. Does he think this is gonna work? You're really embarrassing yourself, man. Come on, just get up. Oh, he actually got up. Okay, okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, and he's down right away. All right, come here. Okay, get out of here, man. I don't want to see you in my ring. Is he dead? Oh, no, he's alive. Oh, and he's back. Okay. Okay, come here, man. Come here, I'm gonna finish this. Nut shot, nut shot, nut shot. Oh, and he's down. And I think it's time for my ultimate move, the twister. Oh, okay. Where is he? And okay, he's gone. I think it's fair to say I've won the fight. I guess this is a good time to mention that I forgot to add colliders on the opponent's gloves, which means he couldn't actually hit me. But hey, I mean, a win's a win. Make sure to go sign up for the PICO Dev Jam in the description. I honestly think it's a really cool event, and I think it's a great opportunity if you're looking to get into any sort of VR development. Also, you can go download this game in the description, but please don't download it too many times. I really don't want to go bankrupt. And if you enjoyed, you should go watch this video where I make an FPS game, but you play as the bullet.